Well, guys, I think you can just tell based off of the title of this video that this was not my greatest moment in history that I've done. And just in case you skipped the 2-second disclaimer at the start of the video, do not do this. It is not remotely the smartest thing that I've done with my life. And yeah, with enough being said, let's just get into the story time. So this one was back from when I was in 10th grade, and on this day in particular, I had a homecoming. It was a weekend, and I was kind of just chilling at home, not really doing all that much. I was kind of just sitting in my kitchen playing fucking Madden with Drinky, getting my shit rocked because he was a sweat. And I was just waiting for my date to come over, who was my girlfriend at the time, which, if you guys have seen my videos before, this is the same girl who my friends walked in on us having sex and from the movie theater video. And I don't exactly remember as to what I called her, but we'll just call her Candace for this video. So I was just playing Madden with Drinky, waiting for Candace to come over. Eventually she pulled up, her mom dropped her off at my house, and we started hanging out for a little bit. There was like 2 hours till homecoming had started. We were just chilling in my room. And I'm not going to get into too many details, but we ended up having sex like right before homecoming had started. And we had got done, there was like 30 minutes till homecoming started. We still had to fucking get ready and shit. And I ended up going to homecoming, and it was basically just a night after that, a chill night. I went home, chilled out, just the usual shit I would get into. And fast forward like a week probably, I was chilling at home. I probably had just gotten back from like football practice or some shit like that. And Candace texts me and she's like, Riddick, I have to tell you something, which that statement in itself never has like good news after it normally. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, like what is it? I texted her back and she immediately hits me with the I missed my period, and my face immediately went from fucking happy to this. And something I would like to point out is the fact that we didn't care for condoms at all. She didn't care if I used them, and I didn't care if I used them, which isn't fucking smart at all. Use fucking condoms unless you are like planning to have a baby or something. And if you're this age in general, just don't. You probably shouldn't be fucking having sex at the age of fucking 15. But anyway, we both kind of just started talking about the situation like after this, and neither of us knew what to fucking do. We were both terrified as all holy hell because of the fact we were both really young and neither of us were ready to be parents yet. And so we both discussed like talking to our parents about it, and my dad, if I had told him about this, would have like beaten the shit out of me. And so I went and I talked to my mom about it instead, and I went and I told my mom about the situation, and her eyes just got like really wide, and she looked at me and she's like, Riddick, what the fuck is wrong with you? You are 15 years old. And I'm like, I don't even know if she's pregnant or not yet. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm scared, which was very true. I didn't know what to do in this situation. I wasn't at all qualified at 15 years old to be a dad. And like a week probably goes by, and I'm sitting on a bus ride, with my good buddy Evan on the way back from a football game. I think we had won because there was music blasting in the background. And Candace is texting me about the whole situation because she still hadn't gotten her period yet. And I don't know if like Evan was reading the text over my shoulder or anything, but something led to me just straight up telling him about it. I was like, Evan, how do you feel about me about to be a whole father? And I got this all on video, mind you. He looks back at me and he goes, you're not gonna be a good dad, and starts laughing his ass off. And I proceeded to send Candace the video to, try to lighten the mood on the situation a little bit. And she texted me back. She's still fucking terrified. I texted her back that I was shitting bricks because of how fucking scared I was. And that was pretty much the end of the conversation for that night. And like a week later, thankfully, she texted me and she's like, Riddick, oh my fucking god, like I finally got my period. Like I'm not pregnant, and I'm sitting there probably jumping with fucking joy because I'm not about to be a dad at the age of 15. And you'd think that I'd probably learn from this situation, right? And you'd be wrong to think that, because it's not the end of this story. Like a couple months later, like I think a little bit after the story time about my friends walking in on me having sex in like late January, it happens again. I think it was the same instance from the video I made about them walking in on me having sex that we thought she was pregnant from. She hits me up again. She's like, Riddick, I missed my period again, and I'm once again immediately fucking terrified. And because of the last time being a false alarm, I had like a little hope in my mind that this time would also be one. And that's what I texted her. I was like, hey, maybe it's just a false alarm like last time was. Like, let's not get as worried this time. Like, just keep me updated on the situation. And she's like, okay, like I'm still scared, Riddick. And I'm like, yeah, don't worry, I am too. And we kind of just we called it a night after that conversation. And I went to school the next day, like after we had this conversation. And I'm in culinary, it's like 8 or 9 in the morning at this point, and I'm sitting at my table I would normally sit at, and my one buddy, who you guys all know as Mitch, he starts talking to me. He's like, Riddick, I fucked up. And I'm like, why'd you fuck up, Mitch? And he's like, I might have gotten my girlfriend pregnant. And I'm sitting there with the thought in my head, I'm like, this motherfucker. And I'm like, Mitch, I'm in a very similar situation. Candace just missed her period. And like, you're not alone, dude. Don't worry. And he got a little relieved. Not much because of the fact that, we're both fucking teenagers who might have gotten their girlfriends pregnant. But he got a little relieved, and he's talking to me. He's like, I don't know what to do. Like, I know that you've had a scare once already. Like, what's the move here? I'm like, you kind of just wait till you know that she's not pregnant anymore. And that's what we did. Like, for the next couple weeks, like every other day, we'd walk up to each other like, has your girlfriend gotten your period yet? And I'd say no, and then I'd ask him, he'd say no, until eventually Mitch's girlfriend got her period, and he just started laughing at me. He's like, "You're gonna be a fucking dad." And me and Mitch had also come to the decision. This is something more or less funny. It's not really important to the story, that if either of us had like those kids, that we were just gonna name them after each other. And Mitch's actual name wasn't Mitch, and so my baby would have like gotten Mitch's actual name. His baby would have gotten the name Riddick, and we both even said whether it's a boy or a girl, we don't care. And I actually told Candace that, and she's like, Riddick, fuck no, we are not naming our baby like Mitch, especially if it's a girl. And I'm like, why not? It was just a really funny situation. And eventually it got to the point where the one day Candace snapped me while she was out with a bunch of her friends, and in the snap all I can see is Candace, her friends, and a pregnancy test. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, so, like you're taking a test, like we're for sure gonna know now? And she's like, yeah, I'm tired of waiting. I'm genuinely fucking scared. Like, I need to know. And I'm like, okay, like, just let me know what happens, obviously. And she's like, okay, I will. Told her to have a good day with her friends. And then later on, she'd basically let me know the test came back negative. And I'm like, okay, thank fucking God. And I genuinely was still scared, even over the negative test, to the point where I went out with Seamus the one day, and I bought another pregnancy test. And I told her this. I was like, sometimes they're not always accurate, so I got another one for just in case like you still don't get your period and you want to like test again. And after a little bit, like probably a couple days after I had bought this test, she had gotten her period again. Thank fuck. And we talked about the situation. We're like, okay, we need to be more careful. We've had 2 scares, and that's pretty much it for this story time. Another funny thing I could add is, like, a year after this situation had happened, I was taking my culinary field trip that we take every year, and I was talking to Mitch before we left. I was like, dude, it's crazy to think that we both would have a 1-year-old by this point. And he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that shit's wild to think about, but they would have been the most athletic kids on the planet. And I started just laughing my fucking ass off at Mitch. And yeah, that's pretty much where this story time ends. It's kind of genuinely scary to think about the fact that I genuinely could have been a father, and I would have like a 3-year-old baby now. And yeah, once again, per the disclaimer, do not fucking do this. I will be disappointed in any of you if I get hit up one day on like Discord or something, and all I hear is, "Hey, Riddick, I'm having a kid," and you're fucking under the age of like 22 or something. But thank you guys for all watching the video. If you got to this point, if you want to see more of my content and you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It would mean a lot to me. And I'm gonna try and get like regular gaming videos out once a week at least, along with the story time. So I'll have like 2 uploads a week. And yeah, I'll be live on TikTok here in a little bit. And I'll see you guys all later. Peace out.